Hi friends, welcome back to Lee Devi Yoga. I'm Lee, and today we will be practicing the Four Purifications together. This is a set of 4 beginner-friendly pranayama or yogic breathwork practices. Before we get started, make sure you have a comfortable seat. I definitely recommend grabbing a cushion or a block or a blanket. Something to sit up and just bring your hips a little bit higher than your knees. Then finding a nice tall spine, you can roll the shoulders back and down, lifting the heart. Bring the eyes to a gentle close. And just become aware of the breath. Our first breathing practice is called Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. This is generally beneficial, balancing, and relaxing for everyone. We use some hand mudras. On the left hand, we'll bring our index and our thumb finger together. And on the right hand, we'll bring our peace fingers down to the center of the palm. Or alternatively, the peace fingers can come up to the third eye center at the center of the forehead. Try to keep the right elbow lifted up and back rather than letting that elbow collapse into the center, so that we can continue to keep our heart lifting and chest open. Go ahead and exhale. And block off the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left nostril. And then switch, blocking the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhaling through the right. Switch and exhaling through the left. Let's do that again. Inhale through the left nostril. Switching at the top, exhaling through the right nostril. Inhale, right nostril. Switch and exhale, left. Inhale, left nostril. Switch and exhale, right. Inhale, right nostril. Exhale through the left, and then return both hands down into the lap, just observing the effects of this practice. Slow, deep, steady breaths in and out through the nose. Our next practice is known as Kapala Bhati, the skull shining breath. For this one, we'll start off by doing a fake cough. Feel the belly muscles pull in, the belly muscles that are used when you do that fake cough. So that's what we're going to be using to pulse the belly. And for this breath, we are focusing on the exhale. So we're somewhat forcing the exhalation so that the inhalation can be nice and passive. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Inhale halfway and start your rhythmic pulses. So remember, the exhale is semi-forced, the inhale is reflexive or passive. So it sounds like this. We'll just take as many rhythmical pulses as we can while keeping that pulse nice and steady. And then take an exhale, observing any effects from this practice. If you're someone who experiences one or both nostrils being blocked during Nadi Shodhana, the first breathing practice, you can switch these two around and do Kapala Bhati, this exercise, first, and then do Nadi Shodhana second. So let's take another round together. Full breath in. Exhale. Breathe in halfway, start your rhythmical pulses. Just taking as many as you can while comfortably keeping that steady rhythm. And then exhaling when you've completed this round. Inhaling and just observing any effects from this practice. Kapala Bhati helps to remove stagnancy from the head. Moving on to our third of the 4 purifications. This one is called Agni Sardoti. So this one, we're not pressing the breath in and out. We're just holding the breath out. So I'll take a big inhale to begin. Take a full exhale, leaning forward with my weight onto my hands so that I can soften my belly. And then I'm using my belly muscles. This is a lower set of belly muscles compared to Kapala Bhati. So pumping the lower belly in and out while keeping the breath held out the whole time. That's another main way this one is different from Kapala Bhati, which we just finished. So let's try that again, taking a full breath in and then exhaling, leaning forward on the exhale, putting your hands onto your knees to take the breath all the way out and then pull the belly in and up and keep the breath held out while making your rhythmical pulsations with your lower belly. So Kapala Bhati, we breathe in and out rapidly with a semi-forceful exhale that causes a natural inhale. And then with Agni Sardoti, this practice, this third of the 4 purifications, we're holding the breath out the whole time that we take these pulses. And again, just taking as many as is comfortable while keeping the breath held out and keeping that steady rhythm. The steady rhythm is important here. And then when you've completed, inhaling to come up. It's important to keep that inhale nice and gentle too. So don't hold your breath out for so long that you have to gasp for breath to come in. Just allow the breath to naturally inhale as you're ready. And our fourth of the 4 purifications is called Ashvini Mudra, the horse seal. This one's a little bit harder to demonstrate because you can't really see anything happening on the outside of the body. So I'll use my hand, but what we're doing here is isolating the anal sphincter muscles, the ring of muscles around the anus. We're doing this to redirect prana from our Muladhara chakra, our lowest or first chakra, our root chakra, all the way up and out through the crown of the head. So I'm taking a big inhale here, hold the breath in, start to rhythmically pulse those anal sphincter muscles. About 5 to 10 is good when you're first starting off. And then take a full exhale. And let's try it again. Big inhale. At the top of the breath, hold your inhale, rhythmically pulse the anal sphincter muscles. Again, keeping that steady rhythm for 5 to 10 pulses, and then exhaling. Go ahead and try one more round at your own pace. Inhaling, holding the breath in at the top as you rhythmically pulse the anal sphincter muscles, 5 to 10 pulses. And then exhale, letting the breath out, and again, observing the effects of these practices, these 4 purifications. Let's try them all one more time through, starting with our Nadi Shodhana, our alternate nostril breath, or balancing breath it's called. So we've got our hand mudras here, keeping that right elbow out to the right, blocking the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left nostril. Switch at the top, blocking the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale, right nostril. Switch at the top. Exhale, left nostril. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Take another round or two as time allows, following your own pace and your own breath. Nadi Shodhana, or the balancing alternate nostril breath, like I said, is generally safe. This practice is meant to redistribute prana throughout the body, prana being our life force energy and also our breath. And specifically, it's meant to cleanse and balance the nadis, the subtle energy channels that bring prana throughout the body. And so doing this breath practice can help calm our nervous system, calm down our mind in preparation for meditation. And on an energetic level, it helps to redistribute, rebalance, and cleanse energy through all of those subtle energy channels through the whole body, which improves circulation. It's also so good for our nervous system. All right, taking a big breath in, letting it go. And breathing halfway in for Kapala Bhati, taking those rhythmic pulses, a semi-forceful exhalation, which allows a passive or reflexive inhalation when we relax our belly muscles. Taking an exhale, inhale, another exhale. And this time, let's lean forward, putting the weight into our hands and soften our belly for Agni Sardoti, low belly pulsation, holding the breath out, pulsing the belly toward the spine, rhythmical pulsations, as many as you comfortably can while keeping the breath held out. And again, once you've completed, sitting up, taking an inhale, letting that be gentle as well. And finally, Ashwini Mudra, or horse seal. Taking an inhale, gently pulsing the anal sphincter muscles. 5 to 10 rhythmic pulses, and then a soft exhale. And just observe the energetic effects of these 4 practices back to back to back to back. Nadi Shodhana cleanses and balances our subtle energy channels. Kapala Bhati wakes up the head and the senses. Agni Sardoti stirs up the belly and the digestion. And then Ashwini Mudra brings the energy from Muladhara, the root chakra, all the way up and out, directing it out through the crown of the head. So these 4 pranayama practices taken together produce a very euphoric and meditative effect. You may find yourself, as I am here, just naturally kind of floating into meditation. Your mind may want to naturally go there after practicing these 4. Kapala Bhati and Agni Sardoti, the 2 practices where we're pulsing the belly muscles, are generally recommended and safe for most people. However, if you are pregnant, have severe menstrual cramps or pain, endometriosis, or if you have any type of untreated high blood pressure, glaucoma, especially acid reflux or GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease, or are just prone to heartburn, you will probably want to take those 2 practices more gently or even skip them altogether. But this is a wonderful introduction for you to just explore these 4 purifications and see what works for your practice, what feels right for you, and build a daily practice from there. So thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. If you enjoyed this practice and you'd like to join our online community, we do upload a new guided meditation and a guided yoga video in the online platform every single month. Donations are so much appreciated. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you aren't already. Comment if you found this helpful. And check out another video. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. All my love and blessed be, Lee Devi.